Building of wealth is not a child's play. It's something that everybody desires, but it's not everybody that will eventually get it. If you are between the ages of 20 and 35, I want you to please drop everything you are doing right now and listen to me. If you have words or people around that age, then I want you to try to get them to listen to this. I'll be talking to you as somebody who has passed through that age. As at the time of recording now, as at this time of recording, maybe I'm around my mid-50s. I sat back and I looked back and I wondered if all what I know now, I knew in my 20s and in my 30s, maybe my story will be probably different. It's not that God has not helped me, but I know there's always a better place. And my imagination goes to you that if you've been equipped with this kind of knowledge early enough and you begin to do it, you begin to practice it, I have no doubt that you will be extremely wealthy. But the ball is in your court if you will listen and if you will take action on everything that you are going to hear. I know you must have had similar things. As I'm speaking to you right now, some of you in that age bracket, you've already done well with yourself. And some are still looking at, how am I going to do it? You are still in that kind of confusion, but you believe that it's going to be all right. Don't worry. In that category in which you belong, I want you to pay attention. We are going to be talking. I'm going to be talking to you from my heart. And I'm going to tell you, advise you on what to do to get wealthy as quickly as possible. I tell you, everything in life is based on principle. And it depends on if you understand this principle. I'm going to be talking about 5 things. The 5th one, very important, but I expect that you will take these few minutes to pay attention to this critical topic. If and only if you truly want to be wealthy. If you're on that same page with me, then join me on the other side.
Waking up at dawnlight, breaking through, chasing dreams, no time to lose. In this race we strive and grind, motivation fuels the mind. Gonna rise up, we won't fall, breaking barriers through it all. Step by step our journey's clear, success is close and don't you fear. Challenges we face headstrong, in this rhythm we belong. Skies are high, but so are we, building castles where we're free. Gonna rise up, we won't fall.
You are welcome back. And if I can read the heart of somebody will be saying, so if I am above that age bracket, does it mean that this information is not relevant to me? No. I'm going to tell you the things that I have discovered and what I think I should have done and how I am making up for it. But you know, the best thing is this. For the younger ones, the people between that age of 20 and 35, it's good that if they start early, if you are able to start early with this principle, I can assure you, you will get successful early enough. Mark my words for that. All right, when it comes to building wealth, there are some fundamental things that I've come to understand. Not just building wealth, but building it fast and quickly. But before I go on, I want to thank every one of us that are on the call, those of you that have joined us since we started on the program Financial Intelligence for Smart Parents. And for those of you that are just joining, I want to say thank you. Maybe you just came across this topic and it's interesting to you. You decided to click in. Thank you for coming. Thank you for clicking to watch. But please do not be in a hurry to leave, as we're going to be touching some things that will help you. And for you to be able to get the previous lessons that we have done, I want you to click on the subscribe button so that you can have access to previous videos. We've talked about goal setting, how to create budget for yourself, how to do what you call your emergency reserve funds, how to invest in stocks, how to trade in forex. So there are a lot of things that you don't want to miss. Please just click on the subscribe button and also click on the like button and share also, so that we can have a huge community here. Building wealth is not just about working hard. If it is working hard that makes people to build wealth, I can assure you, you see the people that you label as the admirals or something like that, they will be far richer than you. I was somewhere in Lagos early in the morning, as early as about 6 a.m. and I saw these guys that were pushing carts, helping people to carry their things. And as at that 6 a.m., this guy was sweating. I just imagine, if it is work that makes you rich, this man should be very, very rich. But alas, that is not the case. It is not just working hard, it is working smart. So if you want to accumulate wealth quickly, you need a solid strategy based on proven financial principles. Wealth building has principles, and principles are the same everywhere in the world. Methodology might be different. What I mean is this: when there's a principle of gravity, there's a principle called the law of gravity. If I take this and if I take something and I drop it, it will come down. It obeys the law of gravity. Whether I'm a child, whether I am in Kano or in Canada, anywhere that law will apply. Now, but methodologies, if it's going to come down, how is it going to come down? Is it going to float down? Is it going to drop down? Is it going to slide down? Whichever way. Now, that method is different. That is why when you are looking at wealth creation, principle is the same thing, but the method by which each one of us will get to that level might be different. So we are talking more on the principle. I hope you're with me. Just stay with me. Please stay with me, guys. Stay with me. So in this presentation, we will discuss these 5 fundamental principles that will accelerate your journey to this financial success. Please make sure you are writing something down. Number 1, you have to understand your cash flow. Now, when you are talking about understanding your cash flow, you must understand what income is, you must understand what expenses are, you must understand what assets are, and you must understand what liabilities are. You must now understand how these things they relate to themselves, which forms the entirety of what we call the cash flow. Recently, talking to some young people, I asked a young man, if you have a house, is it an asset or a liability? And the young man said, of course, it's an asset. I said, asset? What is your plan for that house? He said, I'm going to build a very big house and I will live in that house with my family and everything. And I said, then, do you hope to sell? He said, why would I sell the house? No, and I told him, I said, guy, can you define an asset for me? He said, an asset is something that generates money to you, all right? Then what's the liability? A liability is something that takes away money from you. Okay, you build a house, you stay in the house. Is it an asset? Is it generating money for you? He said, no. Okay, so is it taking away money from you? He said, yes, because I have to paint, I have to repair some things, I have to pay tenement rates and things. So it's taking away money from you. That makes it a liability. When you turn this house to collect rent, you use it for Airbnb, or you use the house with the hope that it's going to appreciate in the future and you are going to sell it off. Then that becomes an asset for you because you now have some other houses in some other places and so on and so forth. We will take deeper dives on this topic in a later edition. But I hope you are getting. So if you don't understand what assets are early, if you don't understand what liabilities are early, you will mix them up, and after some time you just find out that where am I actually in life? So then the other thing is, how are you able to track your income and your expenses? So without proper cash flow management, financial growth is nearly impossible. I tell you. So you must master the cash flow. So track your income and your expenses meticulously. It's not something that maybe I will try. No, that's why we have these tools we call budgets. We have applications. One thing that I love in this generation is a generation that is full of apps. You have apps for everything. You want apps to eat, you understand? So you get to look for which apps are available for me that I can use to track my expenses, that I can use to create budget for myself. Now, in managing your cash flow, one of the things that you must give preference to is making provision for your savings and for investment before spending on luxuries. Oh my God. I told you, I said there are some things that I thought that if I had a better understanding in my 20s and 30s, there are some things that I had done then that I would have done differently. So you got to, before you spend, you receive an income, maybe as a businessman or as an employee, whatsoever that is making money for you. For one, the moment the money is coming in, the first thing is to look out. I'm taking out this percentage for my savings and I'm taking out this percentage for my investment. Appropriating money for investment and savings is one big secret to wealth creation. And for those of you that are above that age or in my own bracket, then you want to look at, it's not too late to start. You can start it as of right now. Any income that comes your way, instead of saying you are going to be saving 10%. No, boy, you are bigger than 10% now. You should be thinking of any income that comes your way. How do you save 20, 30% to make room for lost years? I hope you get it. Number two is increase your income source. Relying on one single income source slows down wealth accumulation. Wealthy individuals, they build multiple income streams. And this is where you need to have a good understanding of the difference between your job and your work. Your job will make you a living. Your work will make you a fortune. You see, your job is that thing. You go to the office 9 to 5, you are well paid. And you see, this is where many persons, I will tell you, go ask parents. You see, this is where many persons get it wrong. Oh, you work in the bank and you're a bank manager, branch manager, top officer, or in any organization. And the next thing you hear is that, oh, I don't think I have time for any other thing. At Saturday, you want to go to the club. Sunday, you want to go to church. And then Monday, you hit the office again and things. Guy, as you are growing, before you get to that level where a lot of things choke you, where your job will choke you, I tell you, because you are a high flyer, it will get to a point where that job will choke you. Before then, begin to think, what kind of work? Your work is that one that will be with you for the rest of your life. Somebody can take your job, but they can't take your work. So you have to identify what is that work. And how do you do that? You begin to develop high income earning skills. Maybe in digital marketing, it could be in consulting, it could be investing, it could be in trading the stock market actively, it could be even trading the forex market. If you want to learn forex trading, there's a link below there that will help you with putting up a community on how to trade this thing safely. So you can start early. The other thing is you can start a side business, maybe on-ground business, where you put someone in charge with adequate supervision. Remember, I said if you are going to start an on-ground business, you must have adequate supervision. If you are not going to supervise it, if you are not going to have time for it, then don't start it. All right. Then you have to also invest in dividend-paying stocks. There are some stocks that you buy because you are expecting the value to appreciate. But there are some stocks that that every time, maybe quarterly, they pay dividends. Those kind of shares, you should be interested in them at this period. Then another thing that you can do is look at that your hobby. Look at what you are passionate about. Can you turn it into additional income? We call it turning your passion to profit. Maybe you love to just gist. You love to talk. I'm using talking now. Do you know something? Take one good topic that you love to talk about. Just stand in front of your camera and then you begin to record your face, do Facebook Live or TikTok Live, and just be gisting. No, have you wondered what all these young guys are doing? You look at this guy, he's a Pella, one very young fellow like this. I've tried, when I hear about him, I try to say, what is this guy really doing? But he just makes fun. The same you are even more, you are funnier or whatever than he, but he has learned to turn his passion to profit. You love to cook. Can you record yourself cooking and then just put it on? You will be surprised the number of people that will do it. You can do lifestyle. You are going to the salon, you film yourself. I don't know what. So you love to sing. You can turn your singing. You don't need to go to the studio. Stay in front of a lot of things. People are going digital nowadays. So you want to do that for yourself and create extra income. The next thing that you want to do, number 3, is invest wisely and aggressively. When I mean aggressively, I mean aggressively. Investing has been known to be the fastest way to multiply wealth. Investing. But it requires knowledge and discipline. It requires knowledge and discipline. So you have to invest wisely. When you are going into investment, I want to advise, try to get a mentor. As part of the things that I teach young people nowadays is get a mentor early. You see, most of us growing up, you feel you are smart, you are intelligent. What's he going to say that I don't know and things? Hey boy, get a mentor. Those that have mentors will not lack methods. So get a mentor that will help you in investment area. So you have guys, they be able to teach you how to diversify your investment across stocks, real estate, business opportunities, and so on and so forth. And also you must understand, under investment, you must understand your risk tolerance. At this level, you can be a high risk taker. There are some risks that you can take at this your level. Somebody that is older will not be. If you try it, but you can explore those areas. But as I told you, invest with mentorship. It will help you a lot. So then you stay connected to the current happenings in the market. Know what finance. Let's say I'm not a finance person. I don't understand finance. All your life is about finance, spending and expenditure, current expenses and everything. So try to know a little bit about finance so that you'll be able to make informed decision. All right, I hope you're getting it. If you like what you've had so far, can you just click on the like button and share it also. Share it among your friends. Okay, all right, share it among your friends. All right, let's go. Bill number 4. The fourth item which I want you to take note with caution is leverage the power of debt and credit. Debt and credit. You see, when growing up, there's something they always told us: don't go into debt, you might get busy, and things. You understand this kind of thing, man. But you've got to understand that we have what we call good debt and bad debt. Do you know that the multi-millionaires and billionaires of today, they are the highest debtors of banks? Dad would say, you don't want to know how much is owing banks. All the top guys, they are owing. Those days when we get loans from banks, we want to use it to buy the new stereo in the office, we want to buy a new car, and so on and so forth. But when you go for debt, go with a consciousness. I want to use this debt to invest into an asset. So use loan for appreciating assets. So you can go take a loan so that you can buy a real estate or for business expansion. You want to do it with caution, just like I advise most persons now. One of the best associations that I love to join now are cooperative associations. With cooperative, if I have a project, I join a cooperative, and my project is 2 million. Let's just say for 2 million. I will go into the cooperative, and by the time I'm maybe 6 months, 1 year, I can target times 2 at very low interest rates. Cooperatives will give you very low interest rates. So you one of the things you need to do is look for a good cooperative to join. Of course, Rich Vision is one. We have a cooperative platform that we're doing that, and it's just made for entrepreneurs. And we have a lot of young people there who come in, just take some amount of money, do business, return it interest-free, and so on like that. So that is on the side. So look for how to get debt, loans, and make sure you use it for business, not for as or other kind of thing. Make sure you take loan for asset. Of course, we've defined asset, that an asset is something that generates money. So if that thing you are taking loan for is not going to generate you money, don't go for it. Okay, so avoid consumer debt that drains wealth. Because you have your credit card, you can swipe it all anywhere. You go for a party, you go for this. No, my guy. This is not the time to do so. You are building wealth. And then leverage on other people's money. We call it OPM. Strategically, the principle of OPM is strategically accelerate wealth. Other people's money. How do you coordinate? That's where those kind of cooperative and things come in. Where you borrow, people put money there. You go there, you leverage on it, and then you see that's what we mean. Good debt is good for you to build wealth. Then the last one, the fifth one, is build a strong wealth mindset and network. Look, everything rises and falls on your mindset. What kind of mindset do you have? Your mindset and the people that you associate with will play a significant role in your financial success. Your association will determine your allocation most of the time. So when you are building wealth, look at which kind of people am I relating with. Are they the people of the same mindset? And one of the things that will help you to have a very good mindset is to read. They say readers are leaders. Read financial related books, just like the ones being displayed. You see, these are the first set of books that should be in your library. As someone who is trying to build wealth, make sure this set of books, man, The Richest Man in Babylon, Think and Grow Rich, these are books that should be in your library as you begin to grow. So you begin to learn money management, learn investing, learn wealth creation, surround yourself with successful people and financially literate people. Develop the habit of disciplined financial decision making. That is key, and stay focused on a long-term goal and resist short-term temptation to excite yourself. So ladies and gentlemen, in conclusion, building wealth quickly is possible with the right approach. By mastering your cash flow, increasing your income, investing aggressively, leveraging on debt smartly, and maintaining a strong wealth mindset and association, you can be sure that you can increase your wealth at a very fast pace. Please get a mentor. Have somebody that will mentor you, and you will see your wealth grow exponentially. I hope you have gained something here. If you have not yet subscribed, click on the subscribe button right now. If you have clicked on the subscribe button, then you want to click on the share button also. Click on the share button. Make sure a lot of your friends will see this. I'll be glad to see this. I'll be glad to see your comments in the comment section, and I would like to see you move, thrive, and succeed exponentially. Your friend and partner, Onishola Popola. Bye.
Waking up at dawnlight, breaking through, chasing dreams, no time to lose. In this race we strive and grind, motivation fuels the mind. Gonna rise up, we won't fall, breaking barriers through it all. Step by step our journey's clear, success is closer, don't you fear. Challenges we face headstrong, in this rhythm